Namaskar, good evening. You are watching Rajya Sabha television. I'm Smriti Rastogi. Once again, China has refused to change its stand over Masood Azhar. That's the big story we will be focusing on in this bulletin. But first, let's take a look at the top headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterates commitment to the citizens of India, says a lot has been done, but much more is needed. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley lists out government's achievements in the last 5 years in a blog post, says Modi hai to mumkin hai. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj's plain speak to Pakistan, asks it to act against terrorism and hand over Masood Azhar to India. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman criticizes Congress for politics on Pulwama attack, accuses it of not taking necessary action after the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. India-Pakistan agreed to work towards speedily operationalizing Kartarpur Sahib corridor. India seeks visa-free access for at least 5,000 pilgrims on normal days, 10,000 on special days like Guru Purab. Desertions continue in Congress ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Senior party leader Tom Vadakan joins BJP, accuses his former party of questioning integrity of armed forces. TMC leader Arjun Singh also joins BJP. And foot over bridge collapses in South Mumbai, killing 2 people and injuring several others. Bridge connected CST railway station with Azad Maidan police station. Toll expected to rise. In a major mishap in Mumbai, 2 persons have been killed and over 16 injured after a big portion of a foot-over bridge collapsed around 7:30 p.m. on Thursday evening. The bridge connected the bustling Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus railway station with the Azad Maidan police station. All the injured have been rushed to the nearby hospitals. Some motorists who were passing beneath the bridge when it came down were among those injured. Fire brigade personnel reached the spot immediately and rescue work is going on at the spot. And now all the news from the upcoming Lok Sabha elections 2019. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reiterated his commitment to the people of the country, saying that he and his government aim to do much more than what has already been done. In a tweet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that what was deemed impossible for the decades by successive governments is now possible. He said that his government's unwavering commitment to public welfare has ensured outstanding results for all sections of the society. And citing BJP's slogan of Modi hai to mumkin hai, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that the party has chosen an effective slogan for the upcoming elections. In a blog post titled Agenda 2019, Modi hai to mumkin hai, Jaitley said that the Prime Minister has demonstrated during the last 5 years his indefatigability by literally working round the clock. Jaitley said for the first time, for 5 years in a row, India has remained the fastest growing major economy in the world. The finance minister said that in these elections, India will get an opportunity to endorse Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, decisiveness, integrity and performance. Listing out the government's achievements, Jaitley said that the government brought down inflation and implemented GST smoothly and brought schemes like Ayushman Bharat for the poor. He also lauded the government for providing 10% reservation to economically weaker sections in the unreserved category. Jaitley also said that during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, India demonstrated through the surgical strike of 2016 and the airstrike of 2019 against Pakistan that it was willing to adopt unconventional methods of attacking terror at the point of its origin. And for more on this, we'll go across to Mr. Ashok Tandon, senior journalist. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to Rajya Sabha Television. Sir, what's your take on Jaitley's blog, Modi Hai to Mumkin Hai?
See, if you recall in the 2014 elections, the slogan given by the BJP and the NDA was Ab ki baar Modi Sarkar. Now that was projected as an alternative to the 10 years of UPA rule, and it was basically thrown a challenge that this time it will be Mr. Narendra Modi who will be projected as the leader of the country. And in that context, when the elections were held, there was criticism from certain opposition parties that this slogan will never work. But if you look at the results which came out, everybody now, even today, we talk of a Modi wave, which won absolute majority for a single party after decades. And therefore, the slogan, Ab ki baar Modi Sarkar, was a success. Now, after 5 years in power, this time round, the BJP and the NDA is again giving the slogan that Modi hai to mumkin hai. That means whatever has been achieved in the last 5 years is because Modi was the leader. And the Modi's leadership has projected India on the world map. Modi's leadership has shown development. Modi's leadership has shown transparency in decision making, corruption-free government. So therefore, this time round, the NDA is again seeking a fresh mandate in the name of Modi under the leadership of Narendra Modi.
Right.
In a way, it is also a challenge to the combined opposition. Well, if you really feel that you can challenge Mr. Narendra Modi, why don't you project a leader who can compete with Mr. Narendra Modi? So, in a way, NDA is now making this 2019 election a referendum on the leadership of Narendra Modi, the positive achievements of Narendra Modi, and the performance of Narendra Modi.
Right.
If the opposition wants to challenge him, there is a challenge. You throw up a leader and let that leader of the combined opposition challenge Mr. Narendra Modi, which
Right,
apparently doesn't seem to be happening because the Mahagathbandhan is not taking any shape. So
Right.
there is no leader of the combined opposition who is challenging Mr. Narendra Modi's leadership.
And Mr. Tandon, Prime Minister Narendra Modi as an assertive leader, has the political situation changed for the voters since 2014 elections?
See, as I said earlier, 2014 election results were described by all the analysts as Modi wave. Now, as Modi wave came into power, brought Mr. Narendra Modi into power, and as Mr. Arun Jaitley has very rightly said in his blog, that relentlessly Modi has been working round the clock for the progress and overall development of the country. Now it is for the people of the country to judge whether he has actually delivered. And therefore, Mr. Arun Jaitley has listed a series of achievements of this Narendra Modi government, and in fact he is throwing a challenge to the opposition. If you really can contest his claim, if you can really challenge Mr. Narendra Modi, why don't you throw up a leader? And if you have a leader of the combined opposition, as BJP and NDA had in 2014. So on the non-performance of the 10 years of UPA government, Narendra Modi was thrown up as a leader, and people put faith in his leadership, and therefore the NDA, BJP is now again throwing up the leadership of Narendra Modi and seeking vote in his name and in the name of his performance.
At the time when the BJP is swinging up alliances, the opposition seems to be suffering from the desertion of the leaders.
No, the alliances of NDA are intact, or rather they have also widened, because several political parties have felt that fighting the election under the banner of Narendra Modi's leadership would be more productive and fruitful. Therefore, even certain political parties which had parted ways with NDA like AGP in Assam, they have come back to the NDA fold. A party like Shiv Sena, which was trying to, criticize Narendra Modi's government, is back in the NDA fold. And even we have seen several political parties in Tamil Nadu have also come back into the NDA fold. So that shows that not only the BJP, the NDA, but even certain other political parties feel that fighting election under Narendra Modi's leadership will be more fruitful, and that is why the NDA alliances are intact, or rather have widened. Whereas, as you very rightly said, on the other hand, the UPA has in fact disintegrated. Many political parties which were part of UPA government are not with the UPA now. So therefore, they are finding it difficult not only to cobble together a front, Mahagathbandhan, but also finding a common leader. So on these two fronts, no common leader of the UPA and also no alliances. In fact, a party like BSP could openly say that we will not have alliance with Congress in any state, leave aside Uttar Pradesh. And even we are seeing in Bihar, certain problems are there. So opposition's failure to put up a united front against the NDA, and also the opposition's failure to put up a combined leader to challenge Narendra Modi's leadership is quite apparent in these elections.
Mr. Tandon, one more question. What about the desertion, which the latest development of the day which took place, Tom Vidakkan joining BJP?
No, see, the thing is when political parties see they see the writing on the wall. Similarly, many individual politicians also see the writing on the wall, and that is quite visible in states like West Bengal, where we could see Trinamool Congress as a very cohesive party, united party under Mamata Banerjee is not disintegrating. Similarly, we see certain developments in other states as well, and many, and the Congress also. I mean, biggest surprise of the day is Mr. Tom Vidakkan's joining BJP. The man who was the Congress spokesperson, the man who was very close to Sonia Gandhi, has also left Congress party and now joined BJP. So that shows that the political parties across the spectrum also are seeing very clear writing on the wall, and therefore desertions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tandon, for joining us and helping us understand this very important development in detail. And moving on, as we were discussing with Mr. Tandon, in a huge embarrassment to the Congress ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, its spokesperson Tom Vidakkan, once a key aide of the UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi, joined the BJP on Thursday and attacked his former party for its stand on Balakot airstrikes. Vidakkan, who joined the Saffron Party in the presence of the Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad and later met its President Amit Shah, said that I am deeply hurt and that is why I am here. Asserting that the Congress questioned the integrity of the armed forces, he said that the attack by the Pakistan on our land and the reaction from his party was sad indeed. In an apparent attack on party chief Rahul Gandhi's leadership of the Congress, he said that he gave the party 2 years of his life, but it has now resorted to a practice of use and throw. Dynastic politics has reached its zenith in Congress, he said, adding that he believed in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's development narrative.
ये देश प्रेम की बात है. अगर कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी कोई ऐसा पोजीशन ले जो देश के खिलाफ है, तो मेरे पास कोई और विकल्प नहीं था कि उस पार्टी को छोड़े. और आप जानते ही हैं कि क्या क्या समस्या हैं, लेकिन अजीब गरीब बात यह है कि ऐसे वक्त पर इस पर टिप्पणी करना सही नहीं है.
Trinamool Congress leader and 4-time MLA from West Bengal, Arjun Singh, has also joined the BJP. He joined the BJP in the presence of Party General Secretary Kailash Vijayvargiya and West Bengal BJP leader Mukul Roy in the national capital.
सिर्फ एम माँ माटी मानुष अब सिर्फ मनी 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 रह गई है. इस पार्टी के साथ रहना, हम लोग जैसे लोग जिन्होंने वामपंथी लड़ाई हम लोग एक साथ लड़ा और वामपंथी को खत्म किया, इस दिन के लिए नहीं जो दिन आज हमें देखना पड़ रहा है।
And the Election Commission held its first meeting with the central observers on Thursday as part of the preparations for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora, Election Commissioners Ashok Lavasa and Sunil Chandra, Sushil Chandra, along with other senior officials, briefed the central observers about their roles and responsibilities while on election duty. The meeting is the first since election dates were declared on 10th of March. Election Commission has earmarked deploying over 800 expenditure monitoring observers for the multi-phase polls, which starts on 11th of April. The observers were told about the process, code of conduct, rules, laws and other issues that they will be facing during the polls. Polling would be held over 7 phases through 19th May, followed by counting of votes on 23rd of May. The Election Commission has decided to closely monitor social media campaigns of political parties and candidates along with their print, electronic and radio advertisements. The poll panel has enlisted the cooperation of Google, Facebook and Twitter to uphold the integrity of the political campaigns on their platforms. Before posting on the social media, the candidates and the political parties will have to get a certificate from the Election Commission. The Election Commission has set up monitoring rooms to closely look at the content. The Election Commission has constituted a 4-member team of social media experts who will monitor if any political advertisement is certified by the Commission or not. The team will also closely monitor any content that is aimed at vitiating conduct of elections or has the potential to disturb the social harmony. The Election Commission is also creating its Twitter handles at district levels to follow all key candidates and to keep an eye on their social media activities.
देखिए एमसीएमसी का मतलब है मीडिया सर्टिफिकेशन एंड मॉनिटरिंग कमेटी कि मीडिया में जो भी पॉलिटिकल कंटेंट आए उसका सर्टिफिकेशन पहले हो और ये कमेटीज़ को मॉनिटर करती है। अभी जैसे चुनाव का समय है तो ईसीआई के ऑर्डर्स के अनुसार कोई भी अगर मीडिया में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया में कोई भी अगर एडवर्टीजमेंट आती है तो उसका प्री सर्टिफिकेशन होना ज़रूरी है।
And with that, we'll slip into a very quick break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome to Security Scan. I'm Vishal Dahiya and this week we will take a look at the Akula class submarine.
The Akula is an SSN. Basically, the SSN is the perfect sort of platform a blue water navy has.
It's fast, it's stealthy, it has a considerable strike package, you can use it for land attack, you can do ISR, all of those things. It also has a certain strategic role to play.
India has taken a right call and Russia has provided the submarine. But again, as I always say, that time for us to build our own.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court on Thursday said it will decide first on the preliminary objections raised by the centre and then go into the facts of the Rafale fighter jet deal case. A bench headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi wrapped up the hearing on preliminary objections by the centre that reviewed petitioners in the Rafale jet deal case cannot rely on privileged documents obtained illegally. It will be known later as to when the order will be pronounced on the issue. The top court asked the petitioners seeking review of its order to focus on the preliminary objections regarding admissibility of the leaked documents. At the outset, Attorney General K.K. Venugopal, appearing for the centre, claimed privilege over documents pertaining to the Rafale fighter jet deal with France and told the Supreme Court that no one can produce them in the court without the permission of the department concerned. He told the top court that no one can publish documents which relate to the national security as the security of the state supersedes everything. India has expressed disappointment over China's decision to block the resolution to list Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist at the United Nations. In a statement, the Ministry of External Affairs said, and I quote, "We are disappointed by this outcome. This has prevented action by the international community to designate the leader of Jaish-e-Mohammed a proscribed and active terrorist organization, which has claimed responsibility for the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir on 14th of February 2019. The ministry further added that India will continue to pursue all available avenues to ensure that terrorist leaders who are involved in heinous attacks on our citizens are brought to justice." Unquote. MEA's reaction comes after China blocked the resolution for the fourth time at the United Nations Security Council, asking for more time to examine the proposal. The technical hold is valid for up to 6 months and it can be again extended by up to 3 months. China, however, has defended its decision, calling it in line with the rules of the committee. China also said that Kashmir issue is bipartisan and expressed hope that India and Pakistan will engage in friendly dialogue consultation to resolve the matter. But External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has reiterated that India will not negotiate with Pakistan until it creates an atmosphere free of terror. Swaraj challenged Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan, saying that if he wants peace, then he should hand over Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar to India.
पाकिस्तान के बारे में इंडियन पर्सपेक्टिव को ढंग से समझ लीजिए। ये जो हमारे यहाँ आवाज शुरू हो जाती है ना, इमरान खान बहुत बड़े स्टेट्समैन हैं, इमरान खान बहुत उदारता दिखा रहे हैं, वो तो पीस चाहते हैं। मैं कहना चाहती हूँ अगर इमरान खान इतने उदार हैं तो दे देना मसूद अजहर को, हमें देख लेंगे हम उनकी उदारता, दे दें मसूद अजहर को।
Meanwhile, the Congress targeted the NDA on the issue and accused the Prime Minister for failing in diplomatic matters. But hitting back, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley blamed former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru for favouring China over India for permanent membership into the United Nations Security Council. Jaitley also cited the former Prime Minister's letter to the Chief Ministers in 1955, in which he pitched for China's entry into the Security Council before India.
Why is Rahul Gandhi in a celebratory mood when the country stands pained by this kind of attitude of China? That is the larger question. आप इतने खुश हो जाते हैं? राजनीति में अंतर होगा, विरोध होगा, होना भी चाहिए, लेकिन क्या एक घोर आतंकवादी के खिलाफ कार्रवाई में चाइना की पुरानी नीति के दोहराए जाने पर भी आप खुश हैं? क्या हो गया राहुल गांधी जी?
Meanwhile, Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also blamed the previous UPA government for not taking adequate steps after the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. She said that there would have been more deterrence against terror strikes if proactive actions were taken after 26/11 attacks. Sitharaman also questioned the previous governments for not taking any action against Masood Azhar when he was lodged in jail in India from 1994 to 1999. India and Pakistan held their first meeting on the Kartarpur corridor at the Attari border in a cordial environment. The two sides discussed modalities for a corridor linking Gurdwara Darbar Sahib in Pakistan town of Kartarpur with Gurdaspur district in Punjab. A joint statement issued after the talk said both sides held detailed and constructive discussions on various aspects and provisions of the project. In the meeting, India sought a visa-free access from Pakistan for 5,000 pilgrims per day to the historic Sikh shrine in Kartarpur, including both Indians and people of Indian origin. India has strongly urged Pakistan to allow the visit of pilgrims for all 7 days a week. It also asked Pakistan to allow devotees who want to travel on foot to the shrine across the border. The Indian delegation was led by S.C. Eldas, Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs. The Pakistani team was headed by Mohammad Faisal, Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Both sides had prepared their own draft agreements shared, so these were discussed in detail. Our side pressed on the need for arranging visit of at least 5,000 pilgrims per day to begin with in the phase one of the project. We have also emphasized from our side that in the spirit of this Kartarpur Sahib corridor, this corridor should be absolutely visa-free. There should not be any additional encumbrances in the form of any additional documentation or procedure.
The Government of India has decided to build a huge passenger terminal complex building. It is going to be a state-of-the-art building. It is going to be a green building. It is going to be a building which is elderly friendly, disabled friendly, and it will look after the needs of pilgrims from all over the country.
And that's all we have for you in this edition of News Tonight. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.